Legacy. When we hear the word legacy, what comes to mind? Most of the time we think of, listen, did I get some money back from the person that passed away? Did I get a house, right? What did they leave me? Legacy really means what has been left behind, what's been passed down, what really has the ability to be long-lasting. Hi, I'm Deshawn Antoinette Booker, and I am blessed to say that I am the founder and the CEO of Maximizing Your Magnificence. And when God gave me this awesome opportunity to be able to deposit into the lives of people and allowing them to see that their magnificence is already within them, wow, I was blown away. But you know what God does? He doesn't always reveal to you everything in just that instant because we're not ready yet. And so I always knew that I was going to work with my brothers, Jermaine and Jamar Ferguson. I knew that they were going to be the executive team of Maximizing Your Magnificence. I knew that. That part I got. I was clear, and I said, yeah, I like that. Well, we have had to experience the death of my mother, Joyce Ferguson. My mother was a brilliant woman. Hey, no one's perfect. She was brilliant, and she was our mother. And on November 13th in 2015, she transitioned and became our angels. A beautiful thing, a beautiful thing. Yet, as I began to think and contemplate, could I continue to do this work that God gave me alone? And I answered, no. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And so God, being the gentleman that He is, He waited for me. He knew that I would not hear everything until I was simply available to surrender. And so as I began to go in my head about my brothers being my executive team, and we're going to go out and we're going to do this thing with Maximizing Your Magnificence, they were going to uphold their sister, and we were going to have this phenomenal dynamic team to serve others. Well, God knew that I was ready to receive what He wanted to deposit into my very spirit. And that was the Legacy Project, J.C. Ferg. And that stands for my mother, Joyce Carol Ferguson. And so I am so excited to offer you the revealing of what exactly is the Legacy Project, J.C. Ferg. You remember when we were in elementary school, and then we used to call it junior high or middle school, and we were taught how to write in cursive. We were taught this thing called handwriting, and oh, you couldn't wait to create your signature. It was going to be fancy because no one else should have your signature. I remember growing up that I always wanted to mimic my mother's signature. It was so sweet, so fancy, and I would always imitate how she would write her name, her signature. Well, a signature is more than just your handwriting. It's the imprint that you leave behind. And my mother's signature of life that she has imprinted upon Jermaine and Jamar and myself, her children, has been her 5 principles of living. Number 1, my mother strongly believed in education. Number 2, she strongly supported being always being forgiving and always loving unconditionally. My mother was a resilient woman. She knew how to bounce back. And yet, we sometimes didn't get that. Then, my mother's last pearl of wisdom, her last piece to her signature was to live life to the fullest. And so, with that, I am so excited to share with you a new platform in which my brothers and I will begin to create a universal creative dialogue and conversation through the Legacy Project, J.C. Furr. Hello, hello, beautiful people. Absolutely. It is the Legacy Project, J.C. Furr, and I am your host or one of your co-hosts, Deshawn Antoinette Booker. I am always just excited to be here and delighted. Listen, I'm trying to get it together. You know it's hot in California. Okay, they say it never rains in California, child. I hope it would rain a little bit this weekend. We have been having some beautiful sunny California weather, but it's a little hot. And when a woman is over here going through the change, whoo, you all know what I'm talking about. I can't hide it. Listen, it is your girl, Deshawn Antoinette Booker, your maximizing coach. And I am the founder and CEO of Maximizing Your Magnificence. So if you don't know, I'll just tell you, I truly hold a space for powerhouse women who are really at a crossroads in their lives of wanting to max out every area in their professional and personal life. I hold a space for them so that they can be intentional, live and work from a place of integrity so that they can manifest increase in every single area of their life. Now, if that doesn't sound juicy, I don't know what does, right? And so I just have such a phenomenal time with being the channel or the midwife for women and their dreams and their goals and their passions and their purposes. Because sometimes even women who are successful, they have these moments like I know I have where they're not quite sure how to really bridge the gap from where they are and where they want to be. And so I truly help them to release the negative narratives that keeps and hold them in bondage and in limited beliefs so that they can have clarity and have unlimited possibilities in their lives. So that is what I do under Maximizing Your Magnificence. And so one of our other platforms is what you are joining us for today. And this is the Legacy Project, J.C. Furr, Joyce Carol Ferguson, our mother. And so when we lost our mother in 2015, as you heard a snippet of that in the intro video, we're going to go more into that as we continue our journey of our program over the course of its time with you. We lost our mom and it was unexpectedly, and no loss is easy by any means. And we're not making it, appear to be easy. It is what it is. Raise your hand, right? And so God had given me, a vision to create this platform for ourselves and for those who've already and who will unfortunately go through a loss. How can we live again? How can we breathe again? How can we really be, our new selves after losing a loved one? And so this vision, it's such a powerful vision, and I'm so grateful. I really am that God has said, okay, Deshawn, this is what I want you all to do. This is what I'm giving you. Now, God doesn't always give you everything right in the beginning, but he does take time to give you bits by bits to see if you're listening and if you are ready to be obedient to him. And so with that, I'm so excited that you have joined us. This is a dialogue. This is not a monologue. So we have the chats available. You can put in your comments. We will be reading them, and we actually do respond to you as we're moving through the course of this conversation. It's a candid conversation. My brothers and I are transparent. We are here to serve and support each other as we support you, our listeners. If you are looking at the replay, let us know. You can always still give your dialogue and your comments by putting hashtag replay and whatever your comment is, your feedback. If you love what we had, if you want to give us the hearts, the thumbs up, using all of those great emojis, you can. We are here to hear exactly what you want us to know so that we're all growing on this journey together. Okay? We're all here together. So I'm just going to jump right in. Today's topic is, I told you, child, these hot flashes are no joke. I just got to say what it is. I can't play this off. Listen, I got the fan. I got the water. Okay. It is what it is. Trusting after a loss. How do we trust after losing a loved one? How do we trust? We're going to talk more about that when my brothers hop on in here, but I wanted to give you that topic. How do we trust after a loved one? I'm going to introduce my first brother, the oldest of the youngest of the younger brothers, Jermaine Ferguson. So listen, I always give a cute little tidbit story before I bring them on. because I can't and I have the mic. Jermaine. Jermaine, 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 Jermaine. You know, for some reason, Jermaine always got his way. Everybody, like my parents just, said, well, Jermaine can do whatever he want to do, right? He can do whatever he want. He can have whatever he want. And I'm trying to fix my little blouse here. And I never understood why that was so. Okay. Why could Jermaine have everything that he wanted? So when I went away to college, to Howard University, HU, Jermaine was, I believe, a senior in high school. And he asked, could he have my car while I was gone, right? So my parents allowed my brother, while he was in high school. I don't know, he's going to have to remind me if he was a junior or a senior. I think he was a junior, which makes it even worse, right? He was like a junior, just spoiled. They let him drive my car his entire school year because I wasn't home. I was away at college. Oh, you just take Deshaun's car. You drive Deshaun's car, right? He swagged my car out. He got the biggest stereo speaker on the planet, put it in the trunk of the car. It was so big, everybody. It was pushing through the back seat, okay? The back seat was just flipped, coming apart, pushed over. My driver's seat, he had, how the guys like to, lean their seat back. It never came back up to its proper position. It was leaned all the way back. And he had all the sound systems and everything in there. I don't know, did he get some rims? I'm not sure. We got to ask him. I came back home and I was like, what is this? And my parents are like, what is what? Oh, Deshaun. Oh, stop all that. Jermaine needed a car. You were gone. What, the car was just going to sit in the driveway? That doesn't make sense. Oh, Deshaun, stop it. I couldn't believe it. Listen, I could not believe that my awesome little cute, I think it was a Nissan. And I was like, well, what is this? And then they turned around and got Jermaine a whole new car. Yeah. So without any further ado, let's bring on the man that maxes out everything in his life, even when he was in high school, Mr. Jermaine Ferguson.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the ride. I'm glad you guys are joining us today. I was a junior, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Get your snacks, popcorn, your chips, whatever you need, your drink. I know some of y'all got a little wine, afternoon wine. That's fine. We don't care. If you take a shot, take a shot. You drink beer, get you a beer. Just don't go nowhere. We love you. Thank you for joining the show.
So, brother, am I right in that story?
Yeah, but it's more to it.
Okay, so we're going to bring on Jamar, and then we're going to jump into this story because I want to hear, your story with him on. So Jamar is our baby brother. I always call him Bunky Boy, right? And so I was very protective, and I still am, of my Bunky Boy. So as Jamar was becoming, into himself in high school, I used to always make him call me whenever he got to his destination. Now here he is, a teenager, in high school, being cool and, popular and hanging out with his friends, and doing what they do, right? Me, Jamar, you better call me when you get to where you're going. So one time he was going to hang out with his friends. They were having a bonfire at the beach. I didn't care. He was like, well, sister, we're going to be, I'm okay. My friends are going to be there. But I said, listen, you call me when you get there. I need to know that you are there and that you are safe. And I don't care who's looking around. I don't even care. You let me know. Right. And Jamar is just such a gentle spirit. I know he didn't want me doing all that, but he couldn't tell me no. And I wasn't going to let him tell me no anyway, because if you watch the first episode, remember, Jermaine was never going to leave the house when Jamar was born. But then that, after a week or so, that went out the window. So I had to step in, and say, okay, I'm going to do all of this. We had a mama and a daddy, but I'm the mama and the daddy, right? So I would make Jamar always. Now, I don't even remember, did he have him? He got to let me know. Did he have a cell phone? Was I? No, I guess he did. He had a cell phone then. Yeah, he did. Right, Jermaine?
I don't think so.
Well, I need to figure this out. We need to get him in the room because I need to understand. I I don't know how he would call me and he let me know where he was. And I was like, okay. Then I was trying to have full conversations with the young man while he out trying to have a good time with his friends. So without any further ado, let's bring our baby big brother. Yes, that's right. Mr. Jamar Ferguson. Mar.
Hey, what up, everybody? I'm over
Hey,
here cracking
Mar.
up. I'm like, wait a minute. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. So happy to be here. Very excited to, do this with my brother and sister. That was an amazing story. Yes, you did. You made me call you as soon as I got there. So I was driving, so I had to have a cell phone. It was Nokia phones. Remember Nokia phones with the snake game?
No, what's that, Jamar?
What?
What is that?
Okay, now hold on. Okay, let's see where the comments. All y'all in the comments, if you had a Nokia cell phone, let me know. So it had the game Snake. Everybody played the game Snake. It was like you had to catch this little one of these things. I don't know, so long ago.
Okay.
But yeah, yep. You had to. I used to get to my destination. I had to call you when I got there, and that goes on to this day. Not with you, but with my partner Reese, with friends. Like, hey, we made it home. We made it here. We're here.
That's what we do.
You got to check in. So yeah, everywhere I went.
I was like, I didn't care. You tell me where you are. Now, Jamar, you don't remember Jermaine because you were younger with the car. So Jermaine, just walk us through your version of how you just, jacked my car. Just what's your version of the story?
First of all, I want to tell the audience and to you, my brother and sister, I want you guys to pray for my mother-in-law, which is hospitalized as we speak. So whenever you get a chance, just, give my mother-in-law a shout out. And shout out to Billy the People. He said wine is right, good, great idea right now.
Okay, I heard that.
Okay, it was my junior year. My sister went off to college, and it was a white Nissan Sentra, and it was real plain. So all my partners that was driving, I went to see her high, so they had rims, music, tinted windows. So I, pull up in the parking lot. We had summer. I was on varsity, playing varsity football at the time. So we had practice in the late afternoon, 4:00. Everybody pull up. They had sounds, music. I pull up just playing, listening to K-Day. So I said, Mom, you gotta, I need some music in the car. So she go to Dad, they hand me to say $300 to $400. So I go get the music, the boom box, but I didn't get the amplifier to make it louder. So my friend, you gotta get an amplifier. I went and got the amplifier, and I said, I'm still missing something. I had to go get some rims. Got the rims. I said, I'm still missing something. I gotta tint the windows. But at the whole time I'm doing this, you in the back of my mind said, she ain't gonna believe what I'm doing to this car. So now the music wasn't loud enough, so I went to the back seat and just yanked the back thing down. And when my friends got in the car, they sat on the seat that was pushed down. So they were sitting on, what is it called?
Cushions?
No, not cushions, the spokes, the wiring.
Oh, okay.
They were sitting on the wiring with the cushion on, the cushion was on top. So the whole time I'm thinking, she's coming home one day and she's going to be pissed off. But at the same time, I'm flossing. I'm fitting in right with the crowd. And you're right about that. I don't know what did you end up doing with the car?
Well, thank you for asking. I kept it and I cried and no one cared. Mama didn't care. Daddy didn't care. You didn't care. Jamar didn't know what was going on. I cried. I remember being in the kitchen and I was saying, this is ridiculous. You guys let Jermaine get away with everything. I was yelling at the top of my voice. I was just going off. And Mom and Daddy was looking at me like this. Deshaun, you gonna drive that car, and that's just what you're gonna do. And you'll get you another car when we can get you another car. And they got Jermaine, got the Jetta. Was it the Jetta?
Yeah, Jetta.
And then so he's driving around his new Jetta. Yes, I had tinted windows and some rims, but my back seat was all raggedy. I was driving like this because I couldn't pull my seat up. It was ridiculous. And he didn't care. Jermaine didn't. He didn't care. You guys,
I didn't. No,
he wasn't saying, "Sister, I'm sorry." He was like, "Girl, please get. I did you a favor."
You was 3,000 miles away.
Yeah.
It always is in the back of my head. She gonna be mad as
It's a
hell.
vague memory that I have being in the car with you, Jermaine, or even just being outside and seeing you drive down the street. You will pull out the driveway so fast, then take off fast, and be
Yes.
boom, 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 boom,
Yes.
just bumping.
Yes. I couldn't believe it. I was like,
Uh-huh.
wow. And so I don't think I got my next car was the
That blue Toyota something,
the,
right?
the Toyota Paseo.
To say, yeah.
Yes, that was the name. Remember that one,
It
Jermaine?
was it was blue, right?
Yeah, I bought that one. I went there. Yeah, that was the next car that I got after Jermaine janked up, ruined
So
the
wait,
Nissan.
when did you drive the Camaro?
No, Jamar drove no, I didn't drive the
No.
Camaro.
Jamar didn't.
Daddy took over the Camaro,
Yeah,
and then
All
Mom
right.
Dad
got the
took over
Honda.
the Camaro. Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't drive the Camaro. Yeah, yeah. So nonetheless, this is the village right here. This is how we get down. These are just to let you know that things happen. Enjoy your siblings, enjoy your family, get over stuff. I had to get over it. Nobody cared about Deshaun crying and whimpering. They did not care. So we are so excited that you are joining us today. But first, I want to just announce, as we all know, that Juneteenth is now an official federal holiday. Yay, right? And so Juneteenth is truly an honor and it is a legacy. It celebrates the emancipation, right, of the enslaved African Americans here in the United States. And, the Union Army didn't get to Galveston, Texas until 3 years later. And, there's a lot of back and forth about things that we really need to discuss and bring some resolve to in our world regarding African Americans and our culture and what's happening to us. And I get that, but the legacy of Juneteenth is also to observe and to celebrate our culture. And so that's a phenomenal thing. And people of color have been celebrating Juneteenth before it became, before our president just passed that legislation the other day for it to be, a holiday. We've been celebrating it since 1865, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we are excited that it is now, being well recognized. There's still a lot of, movement. There's still a lot of things that we need to do to progress through where we are and how we're living, but we are making milestones. And so with that, we celebrate today and we say, Happy Juneteenth, everyone. And make sure you're celebrating nicely. If you're watching the replay, you should not still be celebrating, okay? That's not your excuse to keep doing, but hey, also we want to recognize Father's Day is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day to all of our fathers, including our brother Jermaine. I'm just going to say Happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you.
Happy Father's Day to you. That's the happy birthday song.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day, Jermaine. He's such a phenomenal father, you all. Tell him about your children. Tell them who they are. Go, brother.
Oh, God. Shout out. First of all, shout out to all the fathers. It's a joy being a father and watch your kids grow up and you look at them and it's like, wow. And, they grow up and they getting older and older. And like when I was talking to somebody, they couldn't believe Jahari was going to the 7th grade because he's right here and all his friends is like a foot ahead of him. So Jahari's still like, he in the 4th or the 5th grade. So the lady was like, he cannot be going to the 7th grade. I said, yes, he's going to the 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
7th grade. Like we got 3 older daughters. Then we got Uriah, which is 21. So it's a total of 5 kids. They mostly are older. The youngest is Jahari, which is going to the 7th grade. But it's a joy. They bring a joy.
Say their names. You didn't say their names.
Oh, I'm sorry. We got Shakoya, Jalea, Jalen, Uriah, and Jahari.
Yes.
Shout out to my wife, Shannon. Shout out to my wife, Shannon.
That's right.
Shout out to the Ferguson family and the Thompson family.
Yes, exactly.
We love our families. Listen, and we love our new found family that is joining us here with the Legacy Project, JC Fur. And so we're going to jump right in it. We talked about today's topic is trusting after the loss. How do you do that, right? How do you trust again? And so we just want to look at how do you trust again? Forgiveness, how does that work? Because oftentimes, hey, we're not trying to forgive what happened. We're upset. We pissed off. I'm just going to say the truth, right? This is what we do here. This is candid conversation. And so we're upset. We're confused and you have resentment. So how do you forgive when you've lost, your loved one? And then how do you trust God again? Like, how does that look for you? And we're doing this, listeners, and those of you that are watching it, thank you for putting your comments, saying my brothers, they handle the comments. They let me know when that is happening. We all have our individual roles over here. Honey, we are a team, a technical team, a producing team, a creative team. And so it's so great. It helps everything just ride smoothly. So put in your comments. They'll be checking those out and letting me know. But my brothers and I, we all have different perspectives. So we're not here because we all see it the same way, right? And we don't. We're not here because we all have the same feelings or we all have the same experience, which is why it's such a great platform. We did not have the same experiences. We don't have the same perspectives on everything. Sometimes, yeah, but not always. And so when we lost our mother, that was a different experience for all of us. And sometimes we talked about it. Sometimes we didn't talk about it. And so we're using this platform, as we said, so that you and I can have those conversations in healing. Healing isn't just, a destination. It really is a journey. It's an ongoing, process for all of us. And so, and how to trust again, we're going to be looking at how do we trust again. Jermaine, Jamar, you want to say anything about how to trust or forgiveness, or how did you have to trust God, just before we get into our three major points, speaky points?
Oh yes, of course. To me, trusting again is being vulnerable, like letting the guard down, and being able to let someone back into, like friends or a family member or a neighbor, come back into your life, and let that whatever happened to you. Mm-hmm. Just be open to, and express the feelings that you have, so then they could like give you some words of encouragement to trust again. We can't really normally always talk to ourselves or, be in our brains, figuring things out. We can't, we'll go crazy. Just have to let that guard down, be vulnerable, and just, receive and listen to who we speak to.
Yeah. I will. Well, for me, I never lost trust in nothing. It was always still the same for me. I still believed in God. I still trusted everybody because nobody betrayed me or went against me, anything like that. They was always there for me, showed me a lot of support and love. So the trust factor for me never went anywhere. It was still at the same level.
That's good. Yeah.
For me, I had no trust. Told you all, it's not the same for everybody. I wasn't trusting anybody, because I had been trusting all of my life. And I was like, why did this have to happen? You trust that your family's going to be together. You trust that you're going to have your parents for the rest of your life. You trust that you're going to have your children for the rest of your life. You trust you're going to have your family members and your partners. You trust that. And so I was upset. And we talked about that in episode 1. If you haven't seen episode 1 of the show, it's on my YouTube page at Deshaun Booker, and my trust was like, where did all my prayers go? I had this equation as a Christian? Come on now, somebody that's watching, let me know. As a Christian, you believe that, you pray and you have faith and you serve God. So you sort of think you're out of this, you're gonna miss all those hurtful things, and those downfalls. God is gonna give you some grace and protect you just a little bit more, because you praying and you believing in Him and you being obedient the best of your ability, right? So I was like, okay, what happened? I don't like this. And it just didn't feel good to me. So it took me a minute to start doing some trusting, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more. But it took me a minute, and I had to forgive. I was upset with God, period. That's it. I was upset with family members who were, or who seemed to be okay, or who were able to bounce back easier or quicker. I was upset with my friends because I didn't think anybody really got what I was going through. Even if they got it, I didn't think they got it like they need to get it, So I was just forgiving myself because I was like, I gave up. I didn't appear to give up because I still knew how to make it look good on the outside. But I wasn't cool. I wasn't like my brothers. I wasn't like, no. And me and God, I was like, I had some talking I needed to do with Him. And that's that, and that's just what that looks like for me. So we're going to talk about, we always have 3 speaking points that we want to cover, so that we're giving you content and having you to chime in with us. So remember, we encourage you to put your questions, your comments, your suggestions, if they are apropos, honey. We're not just going to be talking about anything now. So put that in the comment, and we want to really be able to bring you into the conversation, because this is about serving you and serving us as well. And so, one of the things that we want to talk about first is, our first question is starting over without mom. And for us, you can interchange, your mom with whomever you've lost, right? But we're talking about the JC Ferg Legacy Project. And so how did we see that? How did we, move towards our new life without our mother, starting over? I call it rolling up your sleeves. How do we roll up our sleeves to keep moving forward, as we were grieving and mourning and sad and hurt, and not understanding what was happening or what was going to happen. And so I want us to talk about, what did our first holiday or event look like after losing our mom? What was that next event or holiday for us? And what did it look like for us, starting over that new tradition, right, brothers, that new holiday? And so I always, want us to, reflect on that, because that's a part of the healing. So who wants to go first? What was your memory of the first holiday or event without mom, and how did that affect you, and how did you handle it and move through that?
Okay, it was because mom passed away November 13th, 2015. So obviously, excuse me, Thanksgiving was coming up, and that was one of our powerhouse family get-togethers and cookouts and everything. We came together, still did it, and it was kind of hard because throughout the day, Mama would always go to the porch, keep that door open, and she smoked a cigarette, took her little wine out there. So that's what I missed.
Yeah.
But as far as us getting together, that was lovely for us to get together and enjoy each other. We was able to watch football, but looking out the door and not seeing her sitting in that chair, still screaming, still talking mess. Who turn up? He's the macaroni and cheese up.
Yep.
Cut the ham. Damn, Chauncey, cut the ham. So, cut the turkey. You deep frying. You frying it too much. So yeah, that was the only thing that was the most hurtful part at all. We can go to an event like tomorrow's gonna be Happy Father's Day. We're gonna get together for a little while, and just not seeing her sitting down on that porch is probably the most hurtful thing. But other than that, I know she's looking down, and I know she's proud of us for still getting together and having that family moment, even though it's been a tough year for everybody. That you couldn't see your family members. You can only do Zoom or talk over the phone, or you stop by and drop it on the porch or whatever. Other than that, so now we're kind of getting back, only with hopefully close family and everything. But other than that, I know she's looking down like, yes, you guys are supposed to get together, keep the traditions going. We do celebrate every holiday. Oh yeah. I think we celebrate Groundhog's Day.
Okay.
Jamar?
But a week after we buried Mom was Thanksgiving, and we did something a little bit different. Jermaine, I'm not sure if you were there, but Deshaun, of course you were. We went over to our cousin Dorian's house for Thanksgiving breakfast. Remember that?
Yes.
That was different. We've never done Thanksgiving breakfast, and so she suggested that we all come over there for Thanksgiving breakfast, and it was something little out of the normal, And if Mom was living, she would have been there. But us being there, it was nice. It was refreshing. It was weird, but because, like you said, Mom would have been there with us, and for me, you could tell that there was like something like an elephant in the room, and it was like the essence, the energy of Mom not being there, but you could still kind of feel her there in a sense. So we're still trying to enjoy the moment, having turkey as breakfast and having mimosas, having fun, playing games with family. you know, it was like a tug and a pull, I guess, for me, if that's, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a beautiful moment. I loved it, but it was a weird situation after just burying our mom a week prior, and
Yeah.
now we're celebrating, a major holiday. Like what Jermaine said, we'll be at the house, she'll be on the porch doing her thing, coaching us, from the front porch while we in the kitchen doing stuff, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a tug and a pull, but it was still like, she would want us to still have fun and still
Mm-hmm.
enjoy the day, enjoy family, even though she's not there physically. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
What
For
about you, sister?
me, those two, yeah, are definitely memories. But her birthday the following year was obviously it's the birthday, and
Mhm.
so that was difficult um, for me because it was remembering her. Anybody's birthday, right? That's why we have a birthday. Remember when they were born, and so we celebrate them. And our mom taught us, and we do this to today. Anybody's birthday, she always makes sure that we called everybody on their birthday, right? You got
Mm.
that text from her. Make sure you call so and so. Make sure you call, so and so. Make sure we do that today, right?
Yep,
Jermaine,
we
make
sure
sure you
do.
send it's Jalea's birthday. Even if we know that's just something that our mother really instilled in us traditionally, that was just her heart, and celebrating everybody's birthday, the day that you were, born, and just allowing you to feel celebrated and honored. And so her birthday was difficult for me because she wasn't here, and all those memories of who she was and how do we celebrate her now. So what we did was we got together. You all remember we got together on mom's birthday
Mm.
at
Oh
the, at the,
yes.
at the ranch.
Yep.
And Jermaine's kids, I think Jahari was so precious. I remember he said, today is grandmommy's birthday, and we said, yeah, and he said, where is she? I remember we
Yeah.
were in the family room, and I said,
Hmm.
she's in heaven, and he said, yep, she's in heaven, and so just having that newness with everybody, not just us, but the grandchildren, and had to realize that Jahari said that. I remember him saying that, we here for grandmommy's birthday. We celebrate, Grandma Joy's birthday today, and
Yep.
we here for
Yep.
her. And so like, yeah. And that was new, but it was good for us to create new traditions, a new
Hmm.
way of doing something. And
Mm.
I created something. So on mom's birthday, what I do, because we've all said, we continue to say and honor her in this way, that she was very giving.
Mm.
And so on her birthday, I do something for other people. So
Hmm.
that first year, no, the second year, I went, and the first year that she passed away on Thanksgiving, I went and I served the homeless people,
Mm.
homeless, and so that was really something that I wanted to do in her honor. So every year on her birthday, I give something to someone. I honor them. I had a friend; she was passing away she was sick and passing away of cancer. I remember going and being with her as she was transitioning, in the hospital where she was. And so I do that in honor of mom on her birthday. It doesn't have to be on her birthday, but right around her birthday,
Yep.
I've chosen for me to do something in honor of her. It helps me, feel her energy, feel her spirit. I'm still celebrating her, and not,
Hmm.
in a way where I'm giving to somebody else. So
Mm.
I'm not just being selfish. Or so her birthday was a sting, but then I said I want to turn that, and be giving to other people. And so
Yeah.
even after, like, this is 2021, it still feels, I think, for all of us, a void when we're together, like with
Oh yeah.
anyone, and so how do we move through that? How do you all, when we're together, or how do you all move through mom not being there? Just, do you think about it? Are you not? Are you not over, but are you more settled with it? Just to hear your feedback to give to the listeners.
More. For me, I'm more settled with it now because it's been about 6 years, and so what we do is keeping the tradition,
Mm-hmm.
keeping
Yeah.
everything the same, just like how she would do it. So I'm cool with everything. I'm settled with it. It doesn't bother me that, we get together and, you're going to always miss one of your loved ones. Always. I don't matter if your mom, your dad, your brother, sister, family member, because we've lost a lot of people on both sides of our family. And so, we had to grieve through it. And you kind of, you got to put your big boots on and you got to move forward. And when we all get together, it's a beautiful thing. It's a positive thing. And like I said, I know she's looking down on us and she wants us to get together. She don't want us to be sad. She doesn't want us to be, oh, mama not here. No, she is there. She is there.
Yeah.
Mama is there.
No, yeah, you're right, Jermaine. Yeah, each year it's gotten better, but it still does sting in a sense, like you said, sister. It still stings in a sense, like, you want to wake up and send that happy birthday text or give a call, like, happy birthday, mom, I'll see you later. Because, we always got together, like you said, on her birthday. But each year got better. And when we are with family, we're having so much fun. That sadness or missing her goes away, but remembering her, because we have pictures around, when we're at Dad's house, there's pictures of her, in the living room, in the family room, in some of the bedrooms. So it's like you're partying, having fun. You look over and you see a picture of her smiling. So you're like, all right, hey, and you go back to over here with your cousins and niece, so that's what helps me with being with family on her birthday. It's a beautiful thing. It's fun. It's exciting. It's not necessarily sad all the time, but like I said, it does sting a little bit. But each year does get better. But it is. It does suck that you can't call or text or or post. Well, you can post, but have her respond to you. But as long as we still get together somehow, some way, and do the things that she loved to do, I think that's one of the best things for me. That's just it's like a good hug from her.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I like that. We're going to segue right into our next question, which is turning the memories from sadness to inspiration. So a lot of times when we're thinking about people, our loved ones, I don't say people, we're thinking about our loved ones that have passed on, and those memories make us hurt because they're not here. That's what we're talking about. And so I wanted us to just talk about what is a memory that we have that, excuse me, when you thought of that memory before, it made you sad, but now there's an inspiration. It gives you inspiration.
Okay.
The comments are nice. Thank you guys for the comments. I
have mine turned off.
Whatever somebody said, out of us that said something, Billy, people got crying emojis. So somebody made that person laugh. So shout out to Billy. We got Zerlene, Deanna's in the building. A lot of Facebook users are there. Thank you guys for everything.
Okay.
A memory. This is one memory. I have plenty of memories, but this is one. This is how the car situation started. So I'm playing Little League Baseball, and Mama, the stands are packed, and she shouts out, if you hit a home run, I'm going to buy you a car. And so all the fans was looking at her like, you know what you just said, right? This boy is capable of hitting a home run. I got up to the plate. We ain't seen that ball since. That's how I had that ball. So when we get in the car, I was just playing, right?
That's mama.
That's mama. Okay, you know I'm playing, right?
She tried to say something like, I was trying to motivate you. I'm motivated. I love baseball. She didn't see me. I've been hitting home run.
Right, Jermaine.
You gonna tell me something like, if you hit a home run, buy you a car? Okay, watch this. Right?
Yeah.
We ain't seen the ball since.
Yeah.
So everybody in the fans was like, "Ooh, you got to go buy him a car." So that was a memory that sticks with me to this day. Even though I got a lot of memories, that's just one of the ones. I remember where she had to say, "Damn, why did I say that?"
Yeah.
And what makes it so funny is like the crowd was looking at her like, "Ooh, you need to go to the bank."
Right. Mm-hmm. This is what's happening. This is it. Yeah.
So real quick, that's how she said, well, you just drive the shine car when she go away to school.
Oh,
that's how full circle. That's how it came.
Everything is connected. That's how that really started.
Okay.
And she was saying, and we'll get you a car later. That's how I ended up getting together. After I did all that to your car,
okay,
and then bought me a Johnny. So that's a memory that sticks to me to this day.
And that inspires you. That inspires you. Do your thing.
It'll bring tears to my eyes.
Yeah.
Knowing that because she didn't come to the gate and say it to me. She said it out in front of everybody.
Yeah, that was mom. That was mama.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that was a hell of a memory.
That's inspirational. Jamar, what's yours? What's yours, baby brother? What's your memory?
Mine ties back into birthdays. You know, mom loved to celebrate life and loved to celebrate people's new age.
Yeah.
So I just from memory from a kid, looking back on pictures, mom and dad, they always threw us a really good party. And when we became like teenagers to adult years, she'll send that text, "Happy birthday, son, love you."
Yeah.
We'll be at the ranch, cake and ice cream and drinks, 2:00 every time, no matter whose birthday it was.
Yeah.
And that was just like the best time, seeing mom there. She'll, get all the food, all the decorations. She'll get the music going. Mm-hmm. Dad be on the grill. Mm-hmm. That was just the most, and then singing happy birthday, and then the presents. She was always excited about people opening up their presents. Yeah. And now to this day, that inspires me when it comes down to someone's birthday. I'm always trying to reach out and make sure I say happy birthday to someone. Yeah. Or if we're at a dinner or a brunch, I can't wait for the happy birthday song. Yeah. My partner Reese, he hates it. I'll be like, "No, we're going to sing this song and we're going to sing it loud."
Yes. Yes.
And when it comes down to opening up gifts and cards, we're paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Deshaun, what you do, you make everybody read it out loud. That's what mom made us do. Reach a card out loud and show what you got. That's the fun part. I love celebrating new age, new life, new birth because of mom. So those childhood birthdays were the best, man.
Yeah,
the best.
These are good. These are good. My memory that used to make me sad is when I think about mom dancing. Me and mom dancing together at any event, any party. I remember years ago, we were over to Auntie Angie's house, and for something, I think Nani was going to the prom that night. Nandris is grown with 2 children, child, married and everything. We were at the house, and mom and I, they put on Michael Jackson. You all know mom loved Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, and we started doing the Remember the Time video, me and mom. And, mom could dance, I could dance. We love to dance. So my memory of us dancing together wherever, and then us dancing with Jahari and Jalen, right? Mm-hmm. Those memories used to make me think about it and a little sad, but I was able to turn that memory into inspiration because the joy that she had in being expressive and being herself and bringing, like we're saying, life to everything is now like, no, that's the inspiration from those moments that I've taken. Like, Deshaun, those are awesome memories that, mom was vibrant and alive and loved life. And we don't just say those words. She demonstrated that. That was her. And to have a memory of me dancing with my mama all the time, getting the groove on, at her birthday parties at the club, right? Well, when she rented that Mavericks Flat. If anybody in LA, you know about Mavericks Flat on Crenshaw, right? Or when she had her 60th birthday party and her retirement party on the boat, right? I mean, she was really a woman about celebrating, milestones and honoring your accomplishments and just honoring yourself. She was really about not just letting yourself and your value go by the wayside. So that has inspired me. So, I love dancing, and I'm going to keep dancing, and I'm going to dance until I can't dance no more, because mom, was a dancer. She loved music. She loved, singing. And we always say, Jamar, play that again. Put that back on, Jamar. Right. Jamar, play that again.
Put it on repeat.
Put it on repeat. Right. And so she would get right into it. So that was one of my memories of that. Thanks, brothers. I love that. We're going to keep this moving. So we were talking, my brothers and I, we were talking about how did we surrender to losing mom as opposed to being in resignation. I'm just going to say this quickly. We all hear the word surrender, and surrender means, I'm letting go and letting God. Well, sometimes when we say that we're in surrender, we're not in surrender, we're in resignation. Let me tell you what the difference is. The difference is just simple as in resignation, you're looking for something else to happen.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, okay, God, I know that I said, I trust you, but when is this going to happen? when are you going to give this to me, in this way? It's just like when you're on your job and you have a better job coming, you give you a letter of resignation because you have something better that is, coming through. Well, resignation cannot be the same as surrender when you're trusting God. We're talking about trusting. And so when we lost our mom, what did you have to surrender to? And I'm gonna go first on this one, honey, because my brothers, they have a different take. So I'm gonna get my little negative stuff out the way and let them leave you with the nice and go get them. I had to surrender to not being mad at God anymore. I had to just say, you know what, God, if this was your plan, I have to surrender to that. Like, I just got to say, okay, that's God's plan. I don't like it. And I can't say, well, God, I'm going to say okay to it, but you better give me something better right now. Or or please don't let me have to go through another loss or lose another person, a loved one, or don't let me, have to not, reach my goals and dreams. God, if I'm going to say okay to this part of the plan, you need to be, blessing me with, A, B, and C. I need to have, this and that, more money in the bank. And, I need to have some bigger contracts and I want to go travel more. God, you need to just bless me, if I'm going to say okay to what happened. And so that's resignation. So I had to just surrender to God. That was the plan. And that's it. Brothers, who's next? Who did you surrender to?
I always trusted God. So, I didn't really have to surrender to nothing. It was just everything was going to be okay. And because we had been through so much prior to mom's passing, whatever, through family and friends or whatever. So my surrenderness was, I was hurt. You're always going to be hurt. But I still believed and I still trusted in God because, like I said, everything was going to be okay. Mm-hmm. Now, as far as resignation, that means sometimes you have to start over. You got to hit the reset button, get yourself back. You might have a better choice in life, a better situation for yourself, a better situation for your family, your family, your kids. You just got to hit that reset button. And if you got to start over at another job or another community, move to another state or whatever, that's what you have to do. But as far as surrendering, I've always trusted in God, and it's God's choice. God don't make a mistake.
See, brother, that's what I was having a problem with, though, Jermaine. Yeah. I was having a problem with that, Jermaine. I didn't want to accept that.
He doesn't make a mistake.
I understand where you're coming from, Jermaine. Like, everything happens for a reason. It was, even though it was sudden, it was still early on, but it was like it happened. That was in the cards for us, our mom and our family. That was our time. We all have an expiration date. We don't know when it's going to be. We just have to accept it when it comes and move on.
Right. See, I don't know. You all give me some of what you got, Jermaine and Jamar. Let me spray that on because I don't like that though.
Yeah, no, it's hard to realize that.
Yeah.
I just know that everything in life just happens for a reason. We live in certain places because of this. We meet certain people because of this. We fall and break our leg because of it. Everything happens for a reason. It's for you to bounce back somehow, some way. But Deshaun, I do get you. I understand. It's like, why is this happening? So
yeah, it was a hard thing for me to surrender to that. I just couldn't do it. It was a struggle, And
you're right. I believe, I see what you're coming from. A lot of people, they do it differently. And, I was just strong enough to be like, you know what? Like I said, God doesn't make mistakes. We're going to be okay. We still have to live our lives and everything. Because things, like Jamar said, things happen for a reason. Mm-hmm. And for me, it's
okay. It's real talk. Yeah. Real talk.
I lost my best friend at the age of 16.
Yeah. Breathe through it, brother. Breathe through it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And that was probably one of the most hurtfulest things I went through. And to this day, it haunts me. It can wake me up. It can wake me up in the middle of the night because I'm reliving what happened, which was murder. My best friend was murdered.
Yeah.
Right in front of my face.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my other best friend was shot 6 times. And that was probably for me, probably the most hurtfulest thing because I was so young.
Yeah.
I was 16 years old, and to see your best friend and your friend get shot and one murdered, and to see him laying there was really, really sad.
Yeah.
So to my point is, I had to still move on. To this day, I still go visit his grave. I still think about him. And what happened with us, it never goes away.
Yeah.
It never go. It always, every now and then, go through my memory on exactly what happened. But I still had to, hit the restart button. Hit the
Yeah.
restart button and keep pushing, keep going.
Yeah.
Because I know how he was. He like Ferg. They call me Ferg. Ferg, come on now, get it together. Get
Yeah.
it together. So
Yeah.
So that's just a little something that that was probably one of the most hurtfulest days of my life because I believe I was so young.
Yeah.
Now, the older you get, the better you can take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
That's my point.
Yeah.
The older you get, because like I said, we lost a lot of family members,
Yeah.
and a lot of friends. So and then now moms was like, whoa, So, but other than that, you just gotta stay strong. You still gotta keep going. You gotta still keep working. Still gotta keep doing your shopping, whatever you're doing, paying your bills, and gotta move forward.
I gotta make Jermaine laugh. Say the part about we gotta keep working. Where'd you get that part from?
That's dad right there.
That's
You
dad.
can't, if he know you got a day off, who approved that?
Right, yeah.
Don't take a vacation. It's over.
Oh, yeah, Dad did
calling
not
up
like
the
us
job.
taking no
Is
PTO.
Jermaine really off? Is he off today?
What is PTO? Dad don't like what's paid time off. Vacation.
How you get that?
Listen, we're gonna bring our daddy on this show. I promise you, we're gonna make him sit over there with Jermaine, and we're gonna bring him on because, honey, whoo, our daddy, best daddy in the world. Am I lying? Hands up, right? Best in the world. If we call him right now, he'd be Johnny on the spot to whoever calls him. He is the best daddy in the world. But listen, he is all about you working and getting your bills paid and being an upright citizen and being responsible and making things happen. And so when Jermaine said, when you lose someone, you still got to keep moving. You got to work and pay your bills. That was a daddyism. Jermaine got that from daddy.
Shout out. The comments are great. Thank you guys for the comments. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for the comments.
What they saying, Jermaine? What they saying?
Well, this one was we with you, Jermaine. My God, amen. Some more crying emojis.
What did Deanna say? Does surrendering mean defeat? Sometimes I've lost loved ones. I saw it as defeat.
No, it's not. I don't think it's defeat.
No.
I mean, you're going to be down. I get that, but you're not defeated. You're not defeated.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Let me jump. That's a good question, Jamar. I'm glad you saw that. Make sure you all see what they're saying. No way is it defeat. And surrender doesn't mean that you're saying you're giving up to your feelings. Surrender means, Deanna, that you are saying, I trust God, whoever your higher source is, again. It means that you are surrendering to what is present so that you can begin, like Jermaine said, to reset the button. If you don't surrender, you stay stuck. If I didn't surrender, I would stay paralyzed, being mad with my arms folded. And what is that going to get me? If your arms are folded because you're mad, look at what's happening. I'm blocking everything from being able to come in, right? So when I said, this is why this question was here, because we have to surrender when we lose a loved one to the hurt and the pain, because you do feel defeated. You do feel like if you don't surrender, you're saying it was okay or you accept it. You're actually saying, I accept it and I accept the new beginning. Look at my brothers and I. This is a new beginning for us. This is a new season for us. And this isn't something that we're doing temporarily. This is a huge movement that we're creating, that we're doing, that we've been called to do. And it has different levels. And so we had to surrender in our own ways to losing our mom, not giving up, but moving forward in legacy.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? How do we begin again? You have to surrender, and your surrender doesn't have to come until you're ready to surrender. But keep it in your mind that it's a part of your transition, it's a part of your transformation. I had to realize that too. I was like, I don't want to surrender. I don't want to believe that that was the plan. My brothers were okay in their ways of accepting that was the plan. So once I said that was the plan, I didn't give up. I wasn't defeated. I was actually victorious, right? I was turning it around.
Yep.
I was making a turnaround for myself. I was shifting that lower, ugly emotion for a higher emotion of hope.
Yes.
So that's a good question. I hope that we brought some clarity to that, because, that's what we want to do, because people, we're suffering. We're human beings. We weren't meant to lose loved ones. We just weren't meant to do that. Death was not in the plan until Eve did what she did in the Garden of Eden and ate the fruit, forbidden fruit. And that's the truth. I believe that. If you don't, that's okay. But this death thing was not natural. So that's why we don't receive it as naturally as we would like to. And that's why we memorialize people. We talk about their legacy. That's why we talk and have counsel and see therapists and talk to your pastors, your ministers, your coaches, your family members. You should have a support group to really talk about, how your feelings are. You don't have to do it alone. And so we really want this platform to be for everyone to come on and to share. We don't have any judgment here about anything, your background, your education, your sexuality, your religion. This is a safe space. This is a safe space. Whatever your thoughts are, your morals thoughts are, right? Now, and if you killing folks, this is not for you, child. You can't be going.
Hold up now.
Right, hold up now. We're not telling you to go bully people and all that, but this is a safe space. This really, really is. And each time before we come and support and serve, we get together and we talk about what we're going to do. We take this seriously. So this isn't some trend or fad that we're doing. This is ministry for us. This is us serving ourselves as we serve you. So we appreciate your comments, your questions, because we want this to be that conversation that's going to move us to a courageous next step.
Yes.
I got to, hold on. Oh. We got to, y'all going to laugh at this. This must be a family member. This for daddy and paying him his money back.
Okay.
He writes it down on his little book. The date, the time you said you was gonna be here.
Yes.
Yes. And I got a question for one of y'all. It's from Billy People. It states, "How do we begin again?" Good question.
That's a good one.
How do you begin again? Well, I would say once you bury your loved one, the beginning and healing process starts the next day. I mean, you're still going to be down. You're still going to be, why did this happen and all that? Yeah. But you have to start trying to heal, the next. Start talk to your friends. Talk to your family. Don't social distance yourself away from people. The more you social distance yourself, the more you're going to think about it. Once you start getting with family and friends, laughing and having a good time, that's how you're going to heal. That's how you're going to heal. You don't want to be by yourself. So the beginning part, to me, it starts the next day, or if you want to take a week off, that's fine. Yeah. That's fine. Mm-hmm. That's fine. But it begins. It has to begin quickly, or you're going to go into a deep depression. Mm-hmm. Deep depression. And if you might have to get therapy, counseling, that's fine. Yeah. You might, and you need it. That's fine. Nobody's going to knock you or downgrade you for that. You might need that. That's fine. But the healing process starts, pretty much kind of immediately, even though you're still going to be hurt and down. Yeah. You don't want to be by yourself.
That's good stuff.
You might be in a dark room thinking about it all the time.
That's right.
Because you can go crazy, go off, and you can hurt somebody. Yeah. We don't want that. We don't want to see you in jail. Yeah. So it kind of begins immediately. Thank you for the comments, you guys. I love it.
Yeah. I love it. Jamar, how you want to answer that? Your take on it?
Well, I never answered the surrender versus resignation situation.
Oh, go ahead.
That's okay. Well, first of all, in my head, I've been, this was difficult for me to figure out. Like I was sitting down all week trying to figure out what can I say, and something just told me to write down what you feel. Just write it down and it will make sense. I've been doing this thing lately where I've been like just writing down, journaling. It's not an everyday thing, but I've been like, writing down my thoughts, writing down my fears, writing down goals, things of that nature. And it's, helping in a way. And I wrote this down, and I'm in my head, I'm like, God, give me a sign that it is okay for me to read this out loud, because I'm very nervous about this. I'm very, very nervous about it. And I'm nervous, not necessarily nervous. I'm more excited, but it's excitement nervous, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to read. I have my little, it's scrambled. If I stumble, forgive me, please. But here we go. I had to surrender a part of me that I was hiding from my family. Sorry, I might get emotional too as well, so forgive me if I pause. I'm gonna start again. I had to surrender a part of me that I was hiding from my family. And what I mean by that is my sexuality. I hid it for so long because I was afraid of judgment. I didn't know how to express it to family because we never spoke about homosexuality. I've never heard any of my family speak bad about homosexuality, but on the same note, I've never heard anyone speak good about it. Mom and Dad asked me back in 2012, I think, and I told them, I was very honest. I was very nervous. I was very honest. And Mom hit me back saying, boy, I can hear now. Boy, you could have been told us. We still love you. Nothing will change. You are still a great son, and I'm so happy that you told us.
Right.
That was such a big relief for me. To make to have my parents accept me as their son living as a gay black male. I lost my train of thought. Here we go. Was astonishing. So to have them accept me was astonishing. But I digress. After a year after Mom passed, I met my partner Reese, and Reese has been there for me. He has helped me become more open and accepting of who I am. I have not come out straight out and said, hey, I'm gay. That's not my thing. But in conversations with family I've had, with brothers, my sisters, and, members of my family members, it's just so much weight lifted off my shoulders to bring somebody that I love around family. Here we go. I'm almost finished. I thought this was going to be harder, but this is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I do wish Mom was here to see my growth within this part of my life. But this is one thing that I had to surrender, is to give up hiding a part of me to my family that did not know, or they knew but did not hear it out of my mouth. So with that being said, that just lifted up so much weight off my shoulders, my heart, my mind. And even now, to right this moment, I feel like, whew, that's one thing I had to surrender. It was hard to figure that part out, but I'm so happy that you guys are, celebrating that part with me. And you guys are always there for me, even though I never said anything. It was just, I was just afraid of judgment or embarrassment. But this is who I am, and that's what I am. Mom knew, and she just wanted me to say yes, and Dad was totally fine with it. He was like, please, nothing's changed. You're still the same guy we raised. You're still a good person, and that just makes me feel good. So, woo! I'm falling out. Thank you. All right. Next.
Wait, Jermaine got to see some comments.
Okay.
We love you, nephew. Deanna, I guess we got Deanna crying. This is beautiful, Jamar. That's a good thing. I don't care. We accept you. I love you, my young brother. Or we go to bat for each other. We got to get together and we got to go fight some people, which we don't want to do because things get out of hand. But, we got your back. Yeah.
Thank you. I know. I've always felt that.
Shout out to Reese. We love you too, Reese. Shout out to Reese. Shout out to Reese family. We love Reese family.
Oh, yes.
Reese is the best in the whole wide world.
Yes, he
Listen,
is.
my brothers have awesome partners. Like, I don't know what's up. This is not getting ready to be about me, but I don't know. Jermaine got the phenomenal wife. Jamar got the phenomenal partner. Like, they are the absolute best. And Jamar, thank you for allowing. I didn't even know where Jamar was going to go.
When you say this is a safe space, I'm like, okay, this is a sign to spill it out. Because I'm like, dang, I want to say it, but I'm.
See, God is,
Yep.
see, and
God works.
I was like, this is a safe
Uh-huh.
space, and didn't even
Yep.
know. Right. And that was just your go ahead. That's the confirmation. That's because we've showed up and we've said yes to God. We
Yep.
three have said yes to him. So you
Yes.
just need to know that, yeah, thank you
Mm-hmm.
for being courageous and standing in your truth, as we all, I keep saying, that's what we're doing here,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's what we're doing. This is what this is. It's a safe
Yeah.
space, and people need to love. Listen, I'm not gonna get okay, yeah, because I'll go into a whole nother something, and I'll just keep on. But I'm
Wait,
trying.
wait,
Listen, I'm not doing the ugly cry. What,
real
Jermaine?
quick comment before we move on. Somebody says, tell Reese, I remember his name. I guess he had a nickname called H.
H. I don't know about that. His
But
name
that's what they
H.
put. Tell Reese I remember his nickname, and they got
Okay. We'll
H.
figure that part out.
They may think
Yeah.
he's another Reese.
Oh, probably.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
So good. Okay. So thank you, Jamar, for that. I want to go back to the beginning again with the comment, the brother Billy. I love what Jermaine said, that beginning starts the next day, and it does. I just want to add this. It may look different. It doesn't mean
Right.
you got to go out and start a new business. You got to go out and get married. You got to go out and be smiling all over the place. But it means that what Jermaine, if I could add to what he's saying, what I'm hearing too, is that be present to what you're going through. Just be present.
Yes.
Jermaine said,
Exactly.
don't hide, don't get in the dark, don't fall into such a deep depression or any depression where you're alone. So that beginning again really does start with being present to how you're feeling and what it is. And I love that, be present to it. Have a conversation, with yourself, in prayer, meditation, with whomever it is that you speak with, right? So that you are truly understanding and knowing that, oh wow, we lost Jamar, and knowing that you can move forward. And so that beginning again doesn't just simply means that you're going to go out and forget that the loss happened, but you are acknowledging it and you're being one with it, so that you are actually, being aware of, hey Mar, so you are
Yeah, I don't know
actually
what
being
happened.
aware of your feelings. That's what Jermaine is saying, like talk to someone, but it does begin the next day. And because you know why I love that, Jermaine, because you're beginning the next day in your newness of losing the person.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
beginning again also means you have to now begin to adapt a new way of thinking, those that are watching, right? And how are you
Mm-hmm.
seeing and feeling and being, and what are your belief systems? You have to really take on a new way of being, because you're a new
Mm-hmm.
person. You
Yeah.
are a different person because you've lost that person. You knew that person for however many years you knew them. You loved them.
Mm-hmm.
You had them in your life. So now that's why we're talking about today, starting over and trusting that. So when we're talking about beginning again, you have to say, okay, this is the new me in
Right.
this new dynamic, in this new space.
Yep.
How can I begin to move through that? And
Mm-hmm.
begin to write things down. Jamar, journaling is awesome. I do it. I teach it in my coaching. It's such a powerful tool. So when you're
Mm-hmm.
beginning again, after you lose a loved one, write things down. Keep a journal, however it looks to you. It doesn't have to look like any way but to you, right?
Right.
Write those things down. Take on look inside yourself and begin to ask yourself, who are you? What are some things you haven't done that you want to do? Not just a bucket list, but your goals and your dreams. Who's the new version of you? There's a new version of you once we lose someone, because you're seeing things through a different face, a different eyes. And so that beginning again, it does start the next day. It
Yeah.
really does, but it doesn't mean you jump up and get suited and booted and act like it didn't happen. You just
Mm-hmm.
have a different perspective. Good
Yep.
stuff.
Yep.
Good stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So as we getting ready to close out very quickly, very soon, not quickly, sorry. How do we continue Mom's legacy? We talked about this in the first episode. Make sure you guys watch it. If you're watching the replay, always put hashtag replay and put your comments there. I'll make sure I read them and we'll get back to you. I promise. How do we keep Mom's legacy going? We talked a little bit about that, but what is something else we just want to give to the people, an extra bonus nugget for today's episode?
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
I just want to hit 3 points. I think one, like I said earlier, be vulnerable. Open yourself up. Let people in to, help you out in your situation, because you can't do it alone. You can't do it in your head. Like I said, if you do it in your head, you get in your thoughts, you're going to drive yourself crazy, and that's bad on your health, your heart, your mind, and your family, your friends. So be vulnerable. Also, remember the good moments. Like, when we get together with family, there's pictures around. You see that picture of, the deceased one, smile at it. Remember those good moments that you've had and live in the moment that you are in now. And lastly, I would say, open yourself to new opportunities, new adventures. Go on a hike, go on a road trip somewhere. Do something out of your comfort zone, because that'll take your mind off of, the bad stuff. So like I said, like, open yourself up to new opportunities, new people, new adventures. That's how
I did on that. That's good stuff, Jamar. Yeah. Jermaine?
Yes. How do we continue her legacy? It's everything. Keep everything the same. Do it how she would want us to do it. Don't take a step back. Take a step forward. Don't step sideways. Keep going forward. You still have to do what you have to do. And how we are doing it is, besides this past pandemic year, we did keep the legacy going. We got together on every holiday. We called each other. And like you said, what's the most beautiful thing is, whoever birthday it was, we text them, call them, whatever you had to do. Give them a shout out on Facebook, you Instagram them, or whatever. So we continue to legacy by doing exactly what she would want you to do. Live your everyday life, have fun. Don't be down here. It's gonna be ups and downs. We all know that. But continue to strive, do better things, try to get better in your life. And stay with your family, stay with your friends. We continue it like that. She wouldn't want us to do nothing different. Nothing different at all.
I agree with what they said. I agree with everything they said. Yes to that. Ditto. High five. Absolutely do. Yes. I continue Mom's legacy by sharing her vision, talking about her in all conversations where it's needed, and fulfilling her goals, that she had for us, individually, making sure that I continue to do those things that she inspired us and encouraged us to do. All righty. Okay. So we always want to give our viewers some takeaways. So we're talking about trusting after a loss. So here's number one. How can you trust after a loss, after losing a loved one? Disrupt the narrative that has kept you in unforgiveness. So you heard me speak about that. So if you are in unforgiveness because you're hurt and upset that the person, their life was taken, or they didn't live as long as you desired, disrupt that negative thinking so that you're not in any unforgiveness, and just write down ways that you can be in forgiveness. Okay. Takeaway number two, say yes to a new beginning. You just heard Jamar talk about, doing hikes, and Jermaine saying starting the next day, beginning begin again immediately. And they both added to how you say yes to new things. So make sure that you're doing that, right? The takeaway to trusting again is say yes to a new beginning. Don't stay stuck in where you are. And number three takeaway, choose peace always, peace of mind. Jermaine talked about not being in the dark and getting yourself in a deeper depression. Jamar talked about surrender, and his surrender brought him peace of mind, right? So, So choose peace of mind always. It doesn't mean, and people always ask me how. Easy, just like you choose to eat that burger, just like you choose to take that drink, just like you choose to eat that piece of chicken. Really, we choose vanilla ice cream versus chocolate, don't we? You choose where to get your gas for your car, from which gas station. You choose which supermarket to go to. You choose what type of shoes you're going to wear. You choose if you're a Democratic, Republican, or a different party, right? Other than those two, you make a choice. You have to make a choice to choose peace in your mind. You just say, I'm going to choose peaceful thoughts. I'm going to write down peaceful thoughts and say them. I'm going to choose peaceful people to be around me. I'm going to do peaceful activities. I'm going to be at peace. I'm going to choose it. Even if you don't feel it, keep doing it until it manifests itself. A lot of times people say, fake it until you make it. No, I say faith it, Faith. Faith it until you make it. Have faith, right, in believing in that peace of mind that you have until you see what you need. And so those are the three takeaways for us that we want to give you today, right? And then I always want to give you a self-reflecting statement. I'm releasing the following things that have hindered me from fully trusting again. If you want to trust and you need to trust and you're with us today and you are, having a battle of not being able to trust, like, I had that battle, write this down. I am releasing the following things, and write down all those things that you need to release that are hindering you from fully trusting again, whatever those things are. And it doesn't matter if it sounds right or wrong to you. It's just you. It's just what you feel and believe. So that's our self-reflection for you today, that you release the following things that have hindered you from fully trusting again. That is your exercise work. Before we go into our closing video, I'm going to allow us to all individually give our final word and final thought to you. We are so grateful for you being with us today. So brothers, who wants to go first with the final thoughts?
I'll go. First of all, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. We love you guys. Thank you for everything. My final thought is, like my sister said, you have to trust again. You have to trust again. Like I said, don't take a step backwards. Take a step forward. Keep going forward in life. Try new beginnings. Try different things, and just keep moving forward. And you have to trust. Just trust people.
Yeah. That's great. Yes, thanks everybody for watching. We love that you guys are here. We love the comments and the positive feedback. And my gift to you right now is, like my sister said, choose peace. Choose peaceful things, peaceful people, peaceful places to visit. So just choose peace, be at peace, and accept love and give love. That's it.
Good stuff. Yeah, my closing thought is, thank you for allowing us to come into your space and share what we believe, is helpful, good stuff, and diamonds for your destiny, and nuggets that is going to help you to go. We appreciate you. And we're grateful that you are allowing us to be here to have this candid conversation and create safe spaces wherever you go. Wherever you go, create safe spaces, right? None of us have the authority to bully other people and try to make people think one way or the other. Listen, if you want to wear your mask, wear your mask. If you don't want to wear your mask, don't wear your mask. But don't be trying to make everybody, look, I got to throw that in. Stop trying to make everybody wear their mask and don't wear their mask. And stop judging people. Create safe spaces wherever you are. Create a safe space, right? Our next show is, am I right, brother, Saturday, July 24th?
Yep.
Okay, so write that down now. Those of you that are watching us, those of you that are watching the replay, our next show is Saturday, July 24th at 1 p.m. We are so happy that you joined us with us today. We are always excited. Brothers, what you feel about this show today? How you feel about it? We love the first episode. What you about today?
This is great too. Man. Many breakthroughs, right? many breakthroughs, good breakthroughs. It was hot.
Yeah. One more quick thing, and also to everybody out there, and to my sister and brother, you don't want to get into it with nobody about the mask situation, because people are getting killed over that right now.
Yeah.
You try to tell a person to put on a mask, next thing you know, you getting gunned down. The lady was a grocery store clerk, and all she did was tell a man, "Can you put your mask on?" And he went to his car, got his gun. Now she's dead.
Right.
Oh, crazy. Yeah.
So if you got your mask on, just leave it alone. But don't
mind your business.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Mind your business. Mind your business. So as we always close, we have a closing video. It's our signature video. We want you to stay and watch it. And first, I want to also say thank you for joining us, Jermaine. No more. Let's make sure we don't have any comments, right? Anything?
Just a lot of thank yous, and we are well put family. Our mother raised us well. We are all amazing.
Yeah, thank you for the comments, everybody.
Your mother should be incredibly proud of you. What a blessing! Amazing takeaways. And some people are saying thank you for this, that they needed it, And hopefully you guys will be back on the 24th. Tell some friends, tell your family members, get everybody involved.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yes, let's do this. So without any further ado, thank you so much. We are so blessed to have you. Enjoy your Juneteenth celebration today. Enjoy your family with your celebrating the dads. Listen, I have a quick joke. I saw something on Instagram or Facebook, Jermaine, you'll get a kick out of this as a father. And it said, when it's Mother's Day, you call the restaurant and you 2 weeks in advance and it's all booked up. When you call 20 minutes before on Father's Day, you say you have a party of 20 people. They say, oh, come on in. Come on in. So I don't know, is that right? We love the mothers, and then the fathers are like, yeah, okay, we'll get you some socks. We'll just go to the house,
Okay.
But all the restaurants are open.
Yeah.
The reservations are open, but for Mother's Day, they're booked starting all the way in April, right? Fathers, we love you. We really appreciate you. You're the best. We love all fathers all over the world. Congratulations, dads. Congratulations, Jermaine. You're doing an awesome job. What an awesome responsibility. And so on that, we're going to sign out here and allow